My name is Lindsey and I'm a trainer here at NXTLVL. I've been training here for about 3 years now, and I was training prior to that. I started off in a physical therapy clinic, which was really fun. That was the path I was going down for schooling until I decided I wanted to pursue nursing, which was my first passion. But I love working here. This is one of my favorite things to do. I love coaching individual clients, and as well as the classes, both boot camp and CrossFit. It's home. I love it here. So cystic fibrosis is a genetic disease. It's something that you're born with. Both my parents are carriers of the disease, which is required for someone to have cystic fibrosis. What it does is it affects both the lungs and digestive system. It is kind of gross, but it affects the mucus in the body, and it makes it really thick and really sticky. And because that lines your lungs and your intestines, it can make it hard to absorb nutrients. So how my parents found out I had CF, this was prior to when they did testing for it at birth, in 1990. They didn't do it then. But they found out at 2 months old I stopped eating, I was losing a lot of weight, and they call it failure to thrive is what it's called. But basically I lost a lot of weight, especially for a baby. I was hospitalized for 10 days, ran a bunch of tests. Eventually they found out that I had CF. So CF also affects the lungs. As you can imagine, if you can't clear your lungs of that mucus and bacteria gets stuck in there, you'll have chronic long-term lung infections. So I'm really fortunate. I am super blessed. The Lord has watched over me completely. I've only had 2 lung infections. One I've had since I was about 12, and the other one I got about 10 years ago. Both are fairly serious, but not the worst thing in the world. But because we can't clear that mucus in our system, just infected for a long time. But I believe that fitness and diet are often kind of ignored in chronic illness. CF is not excluded from that. So something that kind of changed, honestly, my health was never really that bad, but that changed my health a lot, was just starting at the gym. I started on a whim. I was like, if I start New Year's Day, I'm not gonna stick to it. So I started like December 27th or 8th or something like that. I joined a 24-hour fitness, and I got a trainer for like 2 weeks, and he showed me a couple things, and I just like did only what he showed me over and over again for a couple months until I started dating Andy, who's my husband now. But he was a trainer here before, and so once we started dating, then I started bearing what I was doing. Eventually we both got into CrossFit, which I know it's kind of controversial sometimes, but for me it's been awesome. It keeps my cardiovascular system just like the best it's ever been. It incorporates a lot of strength, and because of malnourishment, it's really hard for me to keep weight on, and lifting weights has been the only way that I've kept weight on consistently. So for me, I just changing that part of my life and making fitness a lifestyle. I know it's kind of cheesy, but making it my lifestyle has made everything a complete 180. Along with just making sure that I eat well and pay attention to nutrients, and feeding myself more as for fuel rather than looking at it as a diet. But yeah, so I'm super thankful for NXTLVL. Not only are they employing me, but they're also keeping me alive, honestly. So yeah, and they're my family. I love it here. So because I have CF, I'm participating in what's called the Great Strides Walk. The Cystic Fibrosis Foundation puts on these walks all over the country, and one of my favorite ones is Huntington Beach. and they're having it on a weekend where I can finally go, so I'm super excited I can get back there. It's on May 18th, and that's a Saturday. It starts at 10 in the morning. It's the best walk you could sign up for. It's 5K, which is like 3 miles. It's called a walk, you don't have to run. I like to run because they give you free food at the end, and I just want to get to the food first. But it's free to register. You get a free meal. You get to see a community that is just trying to raise funds for more research to hopefully have a cure one day and to find new and better treatments for people like me who have CF. So on Saturday, April 13th, we're going to have a CrossFit and boot camp workout dedicated to raising money for this walk. What we're going to do is just I'm going to kind of come up with some kind of workout, both catered to CrossFit and catered to boot camp for whatever level you're at. Any level is welcome. And we're going to participate in that. It'll come down. It'll be $25 for your $25 donation towards this walk. You'll get a shirt in return. It'll be this shirt. I'll show you the back later. So if you want more information about this event we're having prior to the fundraiser or the walk, go ahead and check out IGTV or Next Level's Instagram, or you can check out mine at Lindsey and you can also look at the Great Strides walk page on the CF Foundation's website. My team name is Team Lindsey's Faith. Please join. The more the merrier, and wear your shirts when you come. Thank you.